Any stretches tonight? I actually don't think I've done any stretches today. To think about that for a second. Because when I stretch then I'm like pretty sore. That's the only other thing too, is I guess I'm like a little bit sore beyond tired. Because like the cooking and staying up to like wait for the cooking to finish and stuff like that, that obviously made me tired, right? Because I wanted to go to sleep at the time I wanted to go to sleep and I couldn't because shit was in the oven. But I don't know what it is about cooking. Please, anybody else that does cooking and like maybe your glutes and shit are like more toned and like adept to like the cook standing kind of thing. But I find, I don't know what it is, but for some reason standing up to fucking cook does my ass in. And like any of the legs around my hips, like fucking any of the muscles around my hips, sorry, not the legs around my hips. Imagine that. Anyway, yeah, it kind of like just like makes everything like really painful, and I only get it when I'm cooking or if like I'm walking in heels or some shit like that. They're the two times I get that. I don't get it from anything else. Like I could go for like kilometers of walks and I don't feel the same way I do standing in a kitchen cooking. I'm thinking it's something to do with how I stand, but anybody else that does cooking that gets like a sore ass and legs and stuff standing up, let me know. I want to know how you guys, like, what you do to deal with that, because, like, it seems to be a mild problem for me. Can't wait for being back on Wi-Fi data gets used so quickly. Yeah, that's why I was asking, because I'm like, I'm a little bit worried that, like, you know, you might go through, like, a lot of your data and stuff, being able to catch the streams and stuff, but, like, you know, even just, like, you know how it is, Scream, even just, like, a message or something like that's fine. Just to let me know you're there and whatnot. I was like legitimately actually looking at in Discord earlier. I was just sitting there staring at the friends page for a while. I was just like mindlessly like staring at your thing, being like, I should probably send you a message. And I'm like, I wonder if I don't, if I'll like encounter you. It's like the it's like a Pokemon hack. It's like encountered Wild Grim. It's not the same thing, but it's kind of the same thing. It's like leaving coffee out. Oh, that's what I was thinking. Okay, so I was thinking with the mulberry shit, this is where my train of thought, like I lost it earlier, is, so when I made the jam and I made the cupcakes and shit, I was going, whoa, shit, I was going to jokingly, like, at Triumph there and say, hey, like, left out some, like, jam and stuff like that, and I was expecting to see, like, a raccoon in Discord like licking some cups and stuff, right? And I'm like, the thought occurred to me with you. This is where that train of thought went, was that when you said coffee, you missed your coffee fields. I'm like, I should have left some coffee out in Discord to like lure you into like the same thing as Triantha, but like I couldn't make the sentence earlier because I couldn't wrap my head around exactly what it was that I was thinking I was trying to say, because I already had the context of the Triantha bit with the raccoon and I just didn't have the rest of the sentence made up. I'm a little bit tired, okay, so like it's not processing the way it should be processing tonight, but yeah, that's where my thought process was like, oh, that's the other thing too. I ended up using a coffee, what do you call it? Like, you know how you get Moccona coffee and shit? And I know Grim fucking hates Moccona, I'm pretty sure. But you know how like those jars have like those like almost airtight like tops on them and stuff? So I use that for like the jam. Because I don't really have any like sealed jars or anything. I definitely don't have like the proper canning jars that people use to preserve shit. So I ended up using a couple of like, we have these like, I don't know, whiskey kind of glasses sort of thing, and I'm like, they were perfect size and they were like really solid, so I'm like, I could use that to sterilize like a glass jar cup kind of thing so that I could pour that into it, and that worked for like some of it. But I'm like, I'm definitely gonna have more than that. So my thought process was that if I cleaned up like this, you know, like the leftover coffee jar thing, and I had, somebody once made some kind of like dessert thing for me to take home, and I kept the jar. Fuck knows why, but I kept the jar because I'm like, oh, it's kind of cute. I don't usually keep shit because of that reason. Okay, this was just one of those really random, I'm not sure why I ended up keeping it for that reason. considering I don't generally keep stuff like that. But yeah, I ended up fucking using them, so I guess kudos to me for keeping it around, being like, yeah, I might use that one day. It's like, I actually did. So, ooh, fucking red shit. Alright, let's go home. I mean, you got a better chance of responding if coffee is... Yeah, I know. There's always, like... I just imagine, okay, with Grim, I just imagine, like, you know those old, like, box traps that have, like, a stick? Like, we're talking, like, Looney Tunes kind of days where you have, like, a stick that's, like, got a string attached to it, holding up a box, and there's always, like, a plate or something underneath. I assume if I put a cup of coffee under there, probably 100% of the time I would catch Grim. Like, that's just how that works. It's an automatic by default. Like, he's not gonna not get caught under a box for a cup of coffee. Like, it's not a losing scenario for Grim. But, like, yeah, facts. Exactly. And I consider the same thing for, like, Triantha is, like, you know, if I'm gonna encounter Triantha, the same thing for a raccoon is I just imagine that Triantha's method of getting the food out from under the box, because like, you know how raccoons do that whole like reaching and like grabbing at things without like generally always looking at it, like they're always looking at something else, like they're like the most like blind grabby motherfuckers, right? And I just imagine Triantha like reaching sideways into the box and trying not to get caught, and then just being disappointed that the box fell and is now covering the food. Now he's got the box in the way of the food. Like, that's how I see that. This isn't bad, I just can't. Like, mine is better because it's enhanced. Mine is also better because it's black, but I do think the red armor looks great. I just want to see what it looks like. Oh, what the fuck? No. That looks awesome. It's just, it's not better than my gear. I'm so salty right now because it looks so good. It looks so fucking good. Like, I don't mind the purple, but I think it's a little bit, like, weird. It's just that this does defensive, like, 335, and, oh, don't put that back, and this does, like, 159. Like, even my spare armor is, like, 200. Oh, I'm so salty because that... I need to see it again. Because, like, the purple... I think that the purple looks a bit weird to me, right? But the red is just that nice, like, orangey red. I quite like the slight, like, orangey red kind of tinge to it. It just looks that much better. If I could just for a second there, hold on. Not you. See if we can, that's the gold one. Now the blue one. I don't have enough. I want to see the blue one beside this. I'm not going to get it because I want her at the moment. Gold. There we go. There we go. Red versus blue. Come back here, you. Come back here. And let me swap over to my other bow. There we go. I love that she stays with the spear, so as long as I've got my spear... Come back here. Yeah, that looks so awesome, because my spear's red too. Oh man. I'm mad that I can't keep it. I could keep it, but it would be such a downgrade, and my person's already so weak. It would literally just get me dead. But I want my shit to be that color. Even if it's not that, like, I don't mind the purple. It feels novelty to me, though. It feels more like a novelty than it does like the blue and stuff like that. Like, you know how like the armor could be like silver or gold, or I want to eventually get, you know, as I said, like I really want the Valkyrie that's like that copper color kind of thing, and I haven't come across her yet. I might be able to fit 3 of these in my inventory, my stash. Let me just check that. Yeah, I want the copper colored Valkyrie. I like the blue one a lot. Yeah, I've got this spare one in there. I like the blue one, but the copper colored one is my favorite. And I think I only get her at a higher level. So that'll be something to look forward to eventually, is potentially having like her being like the proper copper color that I really want. But man, I haven't come across a piece of armor in Resurrected yet where I really like how it looks, because a lot of the time I've been saying that like when you compare it to the original one, I've liked the original so much more. But yeah, this is, that red one was beautiful. So I used to watch that Red vs. Blue funny Halo show. It was. The funniest thing is, like, I never played Halo, right? So that was the part that I always thought was the funniest, because my only real experience with Halo is, like, I think, like, Master Chief references, I think, and if that's the right fucking game, I might have just shut on, like, a whole community right then, I'm not sure. And basically, like, the Red vs. Blue stuff. And I love the Red vs. Blue stuff. Like, the... Did I read it? I already ruined it. Like, that and Caboose. Like, Caboose is, like, I do not want to catch pregnancy or something like that. Like, I had shirts for that, and camping is a legitimate strategy. I had a shirt for that, too. With, like, the tent and the sniper rifle sticking out of it. Like, I loved it. I don't know if I still have, like, a couple of their episodes and stuff. I used to have it on... Probably, I don't know if it was on one of my old hard drives. Like, I don't think I still have it. But I used to, you know, back when YouTube was, like, way, way older, right? And you used to be able to just, like, download, save videos before that shit was, like, locked to premium. So I used to, like, just obviously, like, download the episodes that I really liked and would watch a lot. Because, like, back when the internet wasn't great, it would save you money, right? And I know that one of my hard drives died. A couple of Nick's has, and it's always been the ones that we put like the shows and shit on. So I don't know if I still have it, but if I do, I'd love to watch some of it. Like, I know it's like crap quality and stuff, like the old Warthog and stuff. Oh man, I love all the characters and Blarg and oh man, like I haven't got like the real slightest clue of how the actual like. You know, the actual game. Oh, here we are.
Fabled home of the ancients.
I'm not sure how the actual, like, Halo game goes, but, like, I love the Red vs. Blue series. I like what they did with that. I didn't really ever catch on to, like, their Ruby series, but that's okay. They made one that I absolutely loved, and it's so fucking iconic. I love seeing down there. It's so cool. Can you see it on the old one? Yeah, you can. Oh, you can see it so much closer. Yeah, this looks like it's so fucking far away down there. 10 low data already, have to go. Salamander. That's all good, Grim. It was good to like catch up with you and stuff. I'll talk to you later. And yeah, just save your data if you can. I love that this ends up being like closed. I think you can go back through it. I can't remember. I don't want to click on it. Actually, let's fucking find out. Yeah, you can't go back through it. That was always like the biggest surprise, that this was locked once you were here. Oh man. I wanted to. Last time I accidentally clicked on these fuckers. So I just need to be careful. I don't think they just automatically up and like start fighting and stuff. But I wanted to like see the detail of their armor and their gear and stuff. Because obviously once they're awake, you've only got like the battle. And fuck knows how this battle's gonna go. Consult with the ancients by activating the ultra. I love this like consult with, like, you know, in fucking brackets is just like consult. Yeah, no, that's it always seemed like, oh, we're just gonna have a nice little talk and persuade them that I'm not evil. No, that's not how that shit goes. Let's pop one of those back there. There's a good chance I might die. I'm pretty sure you can get back up here pretty easily. I think. I feel like it's possible, but all right. I guess let's do this.
We are the spirits of the Nephilim, the ancient ones. We have been chosen to guard sacred Mount Ariad, wherein the world's stone rests.
Few are worthy to stand in his presence.
Fewer still can comprehend his true purpose.
Before you enter, you must defeat us.
Well, as soon as they moved, no. I don't really want you to be attacking her either, but I'll stand behind her and defend. My Valkyrie will hold steady for a while. I love how they're different colors. Wait, are you actually like... I need him to stop being on fire for a second there. This guy being green is cool. Yeah, they are. They are just like green, red, blue. Nice. Back at you. Are you fire enchanted? Yeah, you are. You are extra fast. He's always a problem for me, but this guy's actually like the one that would kill me. What do you do? Mana burn. Yeah. Alright. let's stay away from you. You can play with the others. Well, not that close. I don't really want you playing with Eliza either, but I definitely don't want the guy that spins around and does mana burn will get me killed. Yeah, I see you talk about Halo in the chat. Yeah, we'll talk about Red vs. Blue. That's what we were on about just a moment ago. I was saying that, like, I haven't ever really, like, watched or played the game Halo itself, but, like, I love the Red vs. Blue series. Oh, fuck off, mate. This guy's almost dead. He'll go back to his thing in a second. Jesus. He nearly killed me. Oh, man. I did some electric damage then. I don't think he's, like... There he goes. Nice. Alright, let's pop a decoy up there. We can work on yours. I played the best. The first-person shooter game in history of mankind. And I just never played it. I don't know if it was on console or PC, but if it was on console, I definitely never would have played it for that reason, because I just didn't have consoles. But, like, if it was on PC, it probably would have been... Probably because, like, I wouldn't have been able to afford it, maybe when it came out, because I'm pretty sure I only just moved out of home when it came out, and I ended up playing, like, the same games for, like, 10, 20 years or whatever. Oh, shit. Well, basically, I ended up playing the same games I already owned for, like, a really long time, because I just couldn't afford, like, luxuries of, like, fresh games and shit. I mean, I don't know. I haven't actually looked into it. Yeah, no, I haven't actually, like, looked at what the game is and, like, what it is specifically. That's why I was saying before. I'm like, I kind of thought that maybe Master Chief was related to it, because memes, but I'm not actually entirely certain if that's part of that. But, like, that's how little I actually know about the game itself. It's like, I know what I've seen in Red vs. Blue, but I haven't seen anything beyond that, so I have no concept of gameplay and shit like that. But, like, I don't know, in all this time I've never looked it up, so I kind of just figure I'm probably not that interested in playing it. But then again, like, I don't know, I haven't looked at it. It's mostly just I haven't looked at it. Master Chief is main character in all the games. Well, there you go. I at least know that. I kind of figured from the memes, right? He looked like he was from that universe. Like, you know how you can sometimes tell where a character is from, kind of thing? But, Jesus, I'm out of all of my health and all of my mana. I've been giving accidentally my health to Eliza this whole fucking time. This guy's just gonna mana burn the shit out of all this. But, it's kind of like Doom Eternal. I wasn't too interested in Doom Eternal until I actually, like, played it. Mind you, I got it on special, like, really, really cheap. Because I'm like, you know, I only get games when they're actually, like, discounted and shit. So, yeah, I ended up getting that and playing that. And I quite enjoy it, but it is fucking difficult. Like, because I don't have games like it. Oh, I clicked off it. I don't know if you'll play the dialogue for it.
You are a worthy
Yeah.
hero. We augment your skill and grant you entry to the interior of Mount Ariat, wherein lies the World Stone.
Beware, you will not be alone. Vale, the Lord of Destruction, is already inside.
The Archangel Tyrael has always been our benefactor, but even he cannot help us now. For Baal blocks Tyrael's spiritual presence from entering the chamber of the World Stone. Only you, mortal, have the power to defeat Baal now. Baal threatens the World Stone, and through it, the mortal realm itself. You must stop him before he gains full control of the sacred stone. With it under his control, Baal could shatter the boundaries between this world and the burning worlds, thus allowing the hordes of the primevals to pour forth into the mortal realm like an unstoppable tide. If you are weak, the world as you know it could be lost forever. You must not fail.
And it's like the most interesting thing about that is the fact that regardless of being weak or strong, he still corrupts the stone, and the world that we know it is basically destroyed or lost, however you want to like view that. So yeah, I'll go back to town. I've got a portal down here, and then I'll do my stats. I heard that oh, did that just open? No, it mustn't have done it when I arrived here. Where did my portal go? Did it just automatically get rid of my portal? Oh, it must have opened it when that was active. That's how I get back up here. Yeah, right. I'm sorting out like all of like the mental plot holes that I've had about this so far. Because like some things I just don't notice, and it's like an afterthought, and I'm just starting to notice now. Jesus Christ, like my energy is so boosted. Yeah, I don't know. I think, oh, finally. Now I can start putting stats in my bow, and I can finally put some stats in here. Yeah, I don't know. I guess...
I knew the ancients would find you worthy of Mount Oriet's secrets. Now, stop Baal before he destroys all that is sacred.
I forgot that they'll all want to talk to me now. Yeah, so as I was saying, like, I quite enjoyed playing Doom Eternal, but mind you, I played Doom, like the original Dooms and stuff like that, so like I came from like the original era of Doom to it, so it's not that hard to kind of make me like something I've already liked to some degree in the past. Mind you, Diablo shits on that logic for the most part by going, oh, you like Diablo 2, you'll love these. It's like, no. That's not how that works. But yeah, no, the Doom one, that was fine. I definitely like am enjoying that. I still have to play more of it, but the problem is every time I play Doom, I have such a huge window of time between playing that I forget how to play, and then I have to basically go to whatever level it is that I'm playing. So then I spend like probably the first 20 minutes to an hour like absolutely like terrible every time.
You have proven yourself to these people. They look to you as their warrior, their champion.
I don't know if anybody heard my neck crack then. Do you have anything to say?
Besting the ancients in battle is a mighty feat indeed. I hope this means you're ready to battle Baal.
I find it interesting that, like, he called it Baal. I think a few people call it Baal.
You stand before me a worthy hero, and on you rests the last hope of our people. Fare it well, warrior.
Yeah, because, like, I still call Baal. I'm not sure why. I don't know if there's a pronunciation somewhere in the game that's got me saying it that way.
The ancients have honored you, and in turn, so do we. I have no remaining doubts about you now.
I want to trade. What did you give me? That is so enhanced, it's 12 defense. Jesus Christ. Halo is not that complicated. No complex health, ammo, sustain mechanics. Yeah, but the other thing too is, like, some games you kind of have to play through them in their era. Like, what I mean is kind of like, you know how at the moment, like, I'm playing Resurrected, right? And I enjoy Resurrected because, like, I played Diablo 2, so there's a small, like, nostalgia aspect to this game. I could understand that if I didn't have the nostalgia and I was playing this as a standalone, never played it before, never seen the series before, I would probably be a lot more critical of the game and its mechanics and stuff like that, and even lore. But because I love Diablo as a franchise from the time that it existed, like, I'm more likely to enjoy this. Now, I shouldn't get poison damage as much now. She might get poison damage. I gotta remember to keep moving. I gotta find the waypoint, preferably, and not stand still too long, or Val will, like, do his laughing gas stuff. But yeah, some stuff you kind of want to play when it's like in its era kind of thing. Like, for instance, like, I never played Among Us. I wanted to, but I just didn't have the game when it came out, and when I did get access to the game, it was no longer a popular game, or you had like only really experienced people playing it. So my experience with that would be, if I was to play it, I'd either play with people that'd be like annoyed that, oh, why don't you know how to play this, or like also being like new to mechanics. I feel like there'd be a chance that some people would probably like use that against me and be like, oh, you know, like you don't know how it plays. Like, I've watched videos and stuff, like I just haven't played it myself, so in like real time I don't have the experience with it and stuff. Like, that's kind of like how I kind of look at games as well, is like once the game is past its time, how playable is it, kind of thing, because some games are not and some games are. Halo also have new addition to the franchise, called true to the original game. Halo 3 is always in. Totally not biased or anything. Oh really? You're not biased, huh? That's okay. No, I get it. It's kind of like, oh, there it goes. Like, what was it that I was looking at the other day? There is a game, there is a, okay. Normally, there's, like, jokes and references that people come in with, like, no matter what I'm streaming, and it always goes straight over my head because I'm not aware of the, franchise. Hold on. Let me go back to town. Otherwise, like, Bald's just gonna, like, gas us all. Where the fuck did my Discord go? It'll be one of the few times where I just, like, distractedly, like, look at something because I need to know what the name of this game is. Because it's huge, right? And I thought I hadn't actually played it, but it turns out I have. Warhammer. There you go. I don't know why I couldn't bring that to the fucking forefront of my brain, but yeah. Not Civilization. I can't stand Civilization myself. Like, I've watched my partner play it and I can't. So Warhammer, like all the different types of Warhammer, there is one really old one I have actually apparently played. I just didn't know what it was called when I was a kid. I also don't know what it's fucking called now. I'm not going to sit here and go for another Google search to like locate the specific one. But I have apparently played one. It really, really fucking old one. And it seems to be like most people have had some level of experience with that. Like either IRL as games, different versions of the games, old, new, whatever, right? I genuinely come across a lot of people that have played that, and I'm like, I kind of looked at it at one point because I'm like, if it's so hugely popular with so many people, there's a good chance that it's a decent game. Like, that's the logic behind it, right? It does depend on like the community that's interested in it, but since a lot of the people in my community have the overlap of interests in that game, I assume that it must be something. It's like one of those things where it's like, it's probably more likely that I'll probably like it just because like the overlap is there. Like if it's one of the games that like multiple people sort of like, kind of thing. The other thing too is, since I have apparently played one of the games just a really, really long time ago, like I'm talking child age, like long time ago, like fucking 90s kind of thing, early 90s kind of, I don't know, Warhammer games back then, I would have known what it was. Like I know I used to play, I think it was Annihilation, maybe, because I played Command and Conquer, and I played one called like Annihilation and some other stuff, and I used to like them. I just didn't remember what they were called when I got older, because like, you know, when you play something a lot when you're a kid, it's just like you stop looking at what the game's called and you just play the game, and you're just like, oh yeah, I know what the icon looks like on the desktop, and just play that. You know, I need to move around a little bit more in here than I normally do. But yeah, like with that, like I looked at that and I'm like, there's a couple in there I would probably be somewhat interested in. But again, it's one of those things where it's like, I'm pretty sure it probably has like a super dedicated fan base, and I haven't played it back in its era when that would have come out. So like, no matter what I do, I'd be like prone to people doing spoilers and backseating, and like there would be like set communities and play types. Like I get that a little bit with Diablo 2 as well, but I'm grounded in like I know what I'm doing, and I know what I'm doing with this playthrough, so I'm less likely to like be like, oh, is that let me try it kind of thing, or like to listen to like